It's morning!
And that means it's time for the ROTN Mournings
Podcast!
The best way to start your morning off rotten.
Podcast!
Take two.
Yeah, you've said that the last 4 times, Matt.
Take four.
Yeah.
Difficulty.
So anyway, guys, yeah, we're back from that commercial. What's happening?
Welcome to Rotten
Oh,
Reviews.
yeah, welcome to ROTN Reviews morning.
You idiots.
Good morning. It's
Hey.
morning.
Welcome back to ROTN Mornings, everyone. I am Scott,
I am Matt.
I'm Brandy.
And I'm Grim.
and we're rotten people. We're the rotten
We are rotten.
ears. We got a lot to talk about today. What just happened to my lighter? You actual human butthole meat.
I am human bubble meat.
Okay then.
I am human bubble meat.
As always, we like to start this off with a little sing-along. And Grim will lead us in that.
Scene. And scene.
That is rotten butthole meat.
Podcast!
And we forgot to sing along.
Good song. Oh, I mean, no.
You guys were supposed to sing along. The audience was supposed to sing
They
along.
are, don't you hear them?
Don't you hear them?
Can't you hear the people singing?
I can't, guys. I'm blind.
And dumb.
We've got a couple of things we want to talk about in Rotten News. Is that right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah.
So because we are recording this early.
Oh, are we?
Just
Yes,
a
we
little
are.
bit early.
Tomorrow is the official full-blown False Day.
Okay, what's today, though?
Today is Friday.
Okay. And tomorrow is Saturday.
Yes.
And
this will be released on Sunday.
right. But probably later in this podcast, you'll hear some snippets from...
Yes, you'll
From
hear
tomorrow.
snippets from Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to get really confusing for you guys.
Yeah.
Trust me on that one.
We're going to try to let you know where you're at in time.
Yes.
Right now in time,
You're 2 days before.
you're 2 days before.
And
Possibly 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9,
And
depending
just
on if you even listen to
understand
this at all.
that this all depends on whether or not we can remember what time we're in.
I'm
We are
pretty
time
sure for
travelers
the people
here.
that listen to this is 10 years in the future and you're finally listening to this podcast.
You really think we'll still have fans in 10 years?
I'm talking about us reliving our
Oh
fucking
yeah, it's totally gonna be
glory
us
days.
reminding ourselves what the hell
You
we
remember
did.
when we used to sit around and have a podcast, just me and you and the kids, and we'd sit by the fire for hours?
That is because you set Scott on fire.
That sounds fun. Let's do it.
Don't like it.
so
I've already been
we-
kicked off a mountain.
We should have some lives tomorrow.
Maybe.
We'll definitely have some stuff for you guys on the podcast with a few of the people here because we'll have a good
Yes.
handful of people here. After that, especially after this weekend, we're going to start like buckling down on just focusing on getting the Left Hand Black video done. We'll be working on that for the next couple of weeks. After that, we'll be trying to put together the next episode of Rotten and Grim Kids. And I'm editing this really cool fucking video game thing I've been working on, and Tommy inspired me to do it. So that should be super fun. And literally frame by frame editing in Premiere Pro. It is a bitch, but it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting.
he's already been working on it, and it has taken him a good bit of time to get a little ways in.
But
It's a lot.
hopefully we have a audio drama to add to something.
Ooh.
That'll probably be on the darker stories.
So you're going to co-opt it over?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Which,
that I
speaking
can,
of, there should be a new Darker Stories tomorrow night, too. Well, this would be early for whoever's listening to this. That would be Saturday night.
There is a new Darker Stories. If you finish
On
this
Saturday
podcast and
night.
want to listen to a better podcast,
yeah.
you can go to Darker Stories.
Yeah, so we
Check it out on YouTube.
Probably not so much Rotten Writers at the moment, but you know, we'll get back to that when that comes around. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just so that people know what is coming up, there is a music video that's coming out. The ROTN Improv games that we talked about last week.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get those out because I hadn't got. I
No,
was
that's
working on
fine.
a
We just need to
review
record those.
Well, we got
Well,
one.
we have some.
We just have to actually make that. Yeah. And then
Time. It's so hard to have time for everything.
Season and Grim Rotten 2 is.
Do you want to die, Scott?
Season
No.
Season and Grim.
Rotten and Grim Kids.
Okay.
Season 2.
I hate this.
We should have a second episode coming up in February.
Tuesday.
Hopefully
of
in
some week.
February. God damn it, leave my toes alone.
Toe beans! I got them!
Toby's Toe Beans.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
for you.
Well, January normally doesn't have a lot of haunts, but we are looking forward to some haunts
In
around
February,
February.
Valentine's Day.
yeah.
The something if I'll never remember what day.
It's always on the 14th.
14th.
It's
Yeah,
Valentine's
but it's
Day.
not always February, right?
I'm
It's always in
hoping.
February.
I'm hoping that we can go to 3, but it's gonna be a fucking hard pill because I was thinking it would be plausible that we could go to Atrox for the third one or Arcs for the third one because Arcs is actually open on Valentine's Day when most of the haunts are doing it just Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
I would love to go
That'd be
for
cool.
that.
I'm down for that.
It's gonna be almost damn near impossible considering we all.
It'll be complicated. But we might
If
be
we
able
leave
to figure something
if we
out.
leave at 9, that's gonna have us getting there at like 10.
So that's Arx Mortis that we're talking about in Killen, Alabama. Prior to that, we will be at Hellbilly Hollow, right?
No.
So they're
Never
not.
confirmed that. He still hasn't said anything about that. So I think they're not going to do it this year. It happens. But we're going to go to other haunts. I know
Yes.
that Nightmare at 3008 is
Oh,
open.
definitely.
Honestly, I'm getting too old to ask for the rotten treatment.
Nightmare at 3008 is in Fultondale, Alabama. That's one of our favorites.
Love that place. And one of the other ones, the...
Bongo's Terrace Street, right?
No.
Is that one of them?
No, that's not one of them.
That does
What
not
was the...
sound-
There's another one
Bongo
around here
Bingo.
that was doing it. Maybe... Not Camp Blood, but one of the ones we haven't been to.
I believe Spook Trail was going to do
A
a
Groundhog's Day
Groundhog's
one, yeah.
Day one. That's in Quinton, Alabama.
Yes. That'll be on the 2nd of February.
That's for ground day.
Yes.
Ground beef day.
And but there was another one near here. It's not Woods of Terror, but it was one of the ones in Alabama that's also already said it, and I wanted to try
The
to get to.
PV Slaughterhouse, maybe in Rainsville?
Maybe.
How have we just slept on that?
I know we've never been out there.
And it's not that. I mean, it's not exactly right next door to us.
But is it- it's about as
not
far away
that
as the
far.
Chicken House, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a little over an hour
As the
away
crow
from where we
flies.
are. On the interstate, actually.
Crows
But,
don't
you
fly on
know,
the interstate. That's ridiculous.
I'm a grown
We were actually going to check them out when they were open early
Can't rain all the
November,
time.
but something came up and I think we were doing something else and didn't get a chance to make it
Yeah.
out there.
But that's one that we have never gone to, and I'd like to try to get out
Yes.
to one we've never been to.
I really been thinking about this a lot lately. I would like for us to put not necessarily a big description or anything, but like a list together of the haunts that we've been to in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Because there's a few. That
I don't
you
even
guys-
know if I can remember all the haunts we've been to in the last
There are
5
haunts
years.
that we
Of
have
course,
been
there's
to-
the ones we've been to multiple times.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have on that list, but then it'll be like, oh, what was that one in that one place?
Yeah. There's a handful of them that you guys have been to. There's a handful of them that I've been to that we
Yes.
haven't all been to together.
Yeah.
And I'd like to shore up some of that.
Yes,
you know,
we
and
definitely should do that.
There was a haunt that I went to that only took cash, so I drove 2 hours to not go to that haunt, which was fantastic and pointless.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
That was last year or the year before.
Was that Camp Blood?
No, that
No.
was the Meridian Firehouse, haunted firehouse in Meridian. Which is, you know what's crazy? I have been to that location and stood around and saw their outside entertainment, not going in that haunt while it was a haunt, And then also the Greenville Haunted Firehouse. I have been to that haunt and been through not when it was in operation,
actually,
and now it's not a thing. So hadn't had much success.
So in other words, if Scott shows up to your haunt to do a review, you're probably going to get shut down.
Yeah, if you're a firehouse.
I don't know.
Okay, that's what.
Do you think that would work for Halloween Horror Nights?
And Universal's going to close next year. I'm
just
calling it
doesn't
right
even
now.
make
They don't
sense.
have a firehouse.
They do now.
I'll tell you what.
What's the Ghostbusters place?
I talked to some.
Ghostbusters place is a firehouse.
They don't have the Ghostbusters place.
I fucking hate you. That's not the point.
I haven't been to the Ghostbusters place.
Yeah, I know.
I want to go to the Ghostbusters place.
That's why it's closing next year. I don't know. Shut up.
I actually,
Not you.
I actually heard that from
him.
several
Butt.
people. You're a butt meat.
You butt meat.
I actually heard from
Earlier
several
she
people
said you
if
were
I
a
was
butt
gonna
hair.
go down there.
I agree.
That the Busch Gardens
You
Halloween
told
Horror
me.
Nights.
Yes, that
Actually,
they
I'm
do the
gonna
nighttime
consider
thing and you
you
can ride
agree.
the roller coasters with zombies.
Cage
I
Street.
said you were a
Roller
butt
coasters.
hair, and she
Yeah,
agreed. That's how that
I said
worked.
you had butt hair.
Yes, and then I said you were a butt hair.
So that's a bigger trip.
Both of those things are true.
And then maybe if we ever get time, dude, I'd love to run down and hit New Orleans Nightmare and 13th Gate.
Fucking, there's a lot of people
I'd love
we
to
know
check out
now.
Nashville Nightmare. I go to Nashville all the time. It's just not.
I'd
we
like
have
to check
the
out the
chance
Woods of
to
Terror.
get
I know
to.
that Tutu
Oh,
is
yes.
going to be doing some.
Carver's going to be.
Carver is going to be doing some
Carver.
appearances out there.
Yes.
So I definitely want to get out in the woods
Yeah.
at some point or another.
Man, I'd love to make it up to Ohio and check out all the haunts up there, like the one Raz is at.
Joyster's been asking us about coming out to film a commercial for his haunt, and they seem pretty down to fucking pay our way to get up there and everything. So
Yeah.
another one that I'd love to do, but we haven't actually gotten any plans for that yet.
Yet.
On another note, Mr. Marlin made us some really fucking
Oh
badass
my
t-shirts.
Fucking love
yes.
Mr. Marlin and
Look
what
up
he does.
on t-shirt, TeePublic.
tpublic.com is where you can find it. I don't remember the
Go to
exact
the
link, but if
community.
you go to either Rotten Reviews or Rotten Community on Facebook, you can find the link for it, and they are some great designs. We just ordered several tonight for ourselves. I cannot wait to get them.
But speaking of merch, of course, you can go to Good Stuff. You can get Rotten stickers. You
Yes.
can get Rotten keychains. He's got new flavors coming out. The Chicken House just
And
bought
the-
2 flavors for themselves.
What's the
he's
site
working
for the
on.
Rotten Patches? Scarecrow
Oh,
Creations.
Scarecrow Creations. You can get Rotten
Yes.
patches from there, yeah.
Yeah, lots of places to get rotten merch. Lots of and just
awesome people.
since we're plugging stuff, guys. If you're listening to this podcast, we consider you a fan. We also consider you probably in this room.
Yep.
Go.
Not
to-
even all the people in this room listen.
That's fair, but I'm going to start. Go to YouTube. Go to Rotten Reviews and
Yes.
give us a like.
Yep.
Hit
like
that
and
subscribe button.
Yeah. And then when you do that, let us know. Just comment out loud.
Honestly,
we do
like
that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Little tiny click for you guys, huge help for us. Also, if you go to any of the podcast review sites, like on here, just write something like, hey, these guys suck. All those reviews get us bumped up in the listing of FYPs on
And it doesn't matter
Spotify
what
or
you
any
say. By
Apple
all
Music,
means,
anything
tell
like
us
that.
how much we suck.
Yes.
Because
Us a
Please
we
bad
will
complain about us.
definitely give you a shout out on the next one if you send us a message.
anywhere
telling
you
us
get
that
your
we suck.
podcast.
Let us
just
know how much you hate us.
Put that out there.
We love it.
Yep, absolutely.
Is
guys.
there anything else?
If you're not following us on TikTok, follow us on TikTok. If you're not following us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook instead.
So what are they more other plugs that we needed to give?
If you're not following us on plugs,
I mean, I'm sure
Get you
there's a
some
lot we
plugs.
could give.
Have
We
you seen
forget about
fucking
those
all
things.
of Tommy's video game? Oh my
wow.
Those are
god,
so
that has
fucking
inspired
fun.
me so much, dude.
We love those. And I know
Tommy,
you're listening,
awesome.
Tommy.
Tommy's one of the
Eventually.
other few people that listen to this and like him.
This is gonna be the one he
Probably
doesn't
spills
listen to.
coffee on himself every time this one yells podcast.
sorry about that, Tommy. We'll try to limit
I'm
that.
not sorry.
Not
Shut up,
sorry,
Scott.
not sorry.
The,
I see you're not wearing your suck-ass sweater.
you see that?
I see it. I do. That's
But
what I
he's
said.
got his eyeball necklace.
eyeball
Shit.
necklace.
I shit. I shit.
He does.
So,
Stop doing that, Toby.
While we're cleaning up Matt
Somebody got to clean my pants out. I done pooped
with
myself.
a fire hose and some borax.
Somebody get me some borax because this motherfucker's boring my axe.
I think maybe it's time for a commercial break.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just do that then.
It smells like shit in here.
That's my booty.
It's
That's my booty.
It's
booty,
not.
booty.
Are you looking for a new true crime podcast?
Well, that's not what we offer.
Are you in the market for a new podcast on cryptos and NFTs?
Too bad. Wrong place. We don't do that.
Are you here for groundbreaking news reports?
We don't have that either.
Are you looking for great content from a group of idiots?
And are really, really flexible on the great? Then do we have the podcast for you?
Podcast!
Rotten Mournings Podcast, posted one day of the week and sometime on whatever app.
Rotten Mornings. Tune in and mourn us rottens.
Blah, 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 blah. Hey guys, we're back. Oh, my sweet Lanta, they know.
Ow, my head!
All right, guys, we're coming to you live from Falls
Carrie's
Day
head.
right
Live,
now.
no, we're not. I mean, like...
We are alive.
Okay, that's fine. Fuck it, we're live. We're
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Happy Falls Day!
Now, I realized in the last
Happy
segment it was
Falls
Friday.
Day.
Today is Saturday.
It is now
It is
Saturday.
indeed Saturday.
You get to be as confused as we are trying to make these fucking things just by listening to them.
Happy Falls Day to you.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
We thought for a special thing for you guys, we were just going to kind of get some ideas about what Falls Day is and kind of what's going on. And we're just kind of going to go around. We've got, I'm looking at the numbers here, 75 or 85,000 people.
No.
One of the,
Our house is way too
Dementia
small
is
for
a
that.
bitch.
yeah, we have picked our favorite ones. They've said no, and what we're left is this ragtag crew.
I personally think this is the perfect crowd for this house.
Yes.
Fair enough. Matt, do you want to ask a couple of questions of people and see what kind of feedback you get?
Yeah, like I guess we'll start with is something wrong with your throat? You okay? You're doing a
Is
thing.
there a frog in your throat,
Yeah, is
Scott?
there a frog in your throat? Sorry guys, we're gonna have to take a little break and get the frog out of fucking Scott's throat.
Yeah,
Froggy.
Fucking
Freaking froggy!
And now, on to the segment.
This is, as you know, everybody here aside from me and Scott and Brandy, this is their first Falls
Falls Day.
Falls Day.
What is this? What the fuck?
Pod
is it?
Day.
It's a pun.
It's a False Pod Day.
So, being that as it is, me and Scott aren't going to fill these questions because, we talked about Falls Day a million times. So we're going to go around the room and kind of ask some questions, let you guys get some involvement. So I'm going to start with Grimble.
Yes.
So, Grim, what have you thought about Falls Day? Now, we have not got to the presents and making fun of each other yet, but
We'll do that
Grim,
next.
what have you thought so far?
We have not danced enough.
We haven't danced enough.
True.
Okay. Next question.
Okay, next question. How did you feel about last year when we canceled because you were a part of the group?
I was mad. I was so fucking mad at you. I hate you. Why'd you have to bring that up? Next question.
Okay, so first, I want to interrupt this question segment. Falls Day was not canceled because Grim joined the group.
It was because of
Falls
Grim
Day
and
was
Jacob.
canceled because
Exactly.
COVID sucks.
And we
Period.
still are at a very low
Grim
number
just
now because
happened
COVID
to
sucks.
join the group right before COVID sucks.
Weird how
Technically,
that's
we
a
had
coincidence.
Falls Day last year. It just wasn't Falls Day.
Yeah, we just had
We had
our
Carrie's
regular
birthday.
gathering.
Yeah,
we had Carrie's birthday today.
I am a fault, so
We
it
had
was Falls
scones and scones.
Ta-da!
Fall was born.
Next,
I guess we should have thought of questions before this.
It was a thing.
Grim. I have a question.
I can ask myself a question. Go ahead.
Are you enjoying False Day?
I am very much.
Good.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. You want to ask the next set to Mr. Jacoby? I need your voice in
Jacoby.
there. That would be fantastic.
Jacob.
That would be
It's
fantastic.
Jacob.
Just read it right off the
Yay.
script there, buddy.
Okay. Hey, Jacob,
That's me.
it's your first False Day. What do you think about it so far?
Oh, it's fucking incredible. You and your adorable ass little tiny glass.
Adorable ass.
That's
Little
fantastic.
That was
tiny
my fault. I gave it
glass.
to
Ask
you.
me if you shit yet.
Jacob, have you shit yet?
First thing this morning. Yeah, thanks for asking.
Yay!
I thought of you
Yay!
the entire time.
Based
Pain in the
on
ass.
the False Day that you've had so far, is this something that you would do again?
Oh, 10 out of 10, bar none. This has been the highlight of my night.
The highlight of your night.
Yeah, as pathetic as that sounds. I won
And
a
not
fucking
just
dice
because
game.
you won the dice.
No, it's 100% because I won a fucking dice game.
That's true. You did win the dice game.
And you lost. Let's put it that way.
He
Cool,
cheated.
man.
Only by
All right, so
convincing other people.
you're not gonna pitch it back
play
to me.
for
Come
it.
on, I'll say.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Matt. Looks like you're up for asking questions next,
I
brother.
am, and we're gonna move on to one of the newest people that have joined us tonight.
This
to
is
Crystal.
actually the first time she's been to
First
visit
time
our
she's
house.
been to the house. First time she's been to a False Day. Total fucking slap in the balls culture shock. Which
I'm sorry.
technically right now it has not gotten to that point. That's good. So, Crystal, what do you think about False Day so far?
It's been great. I haven't been scared away yet.
Hey, boo! Yay!
You suck, Matt!
True story.
What's another question that we asked? What did you think about Grimm's pies?
They're prostitute pies.
You helped her make
Prostitute
them.
pies are great.
Yeah!
Yay!
And
They're creamy.
what?
They're creamy.
They're creamy. That's not a question.
Yay!
Brandy asked the last question. Ask her a question, Brandy.
Did you like my False Day poster?
I did.
Yeah!
I
I'm
don't
so
have
proud
a
of
chance
us.
to do that.
We should have came up with questions. All right,
I
your turn now to
don't
Everett.
either.
Awesome, man.
Let me
I
kick
have
it
the
right over
patience
to
to do it. I want the
So
free
first
time
of
to
all,
do it.
I'm really excited about this. I really am. Everett, have you been on the podcast before? I don't listen to it, so I don't know.
No,
But
I
you
have
listen to it just as much as I do.
not.
Well,
Unfortunately,
well, tomorrow, or based on when you're listening to this today.
Today, yet yesterday.
Yeah, but
Tomorrow
he's
is
only
when it
listening
will
to
be released.
today.
Once we finish
Tomorrow.
I'm gonna make Jen suffer
recording the rest of it.
First of all, question number one: how excited are you to be on the podcast?
rotten sucks.
True story. True story. Best answer.
Now, Everett, you've heard a lot about False Day, and is this live up to the expectations?
Absolutely.
Okay, not much expectations.
Not
right,
very
that's
low
right. Yeah, good.
I had the rotten expectation. There is none.
Right?
He understood the assignment.
Emotional damage. And would you come back for next year? It's not an invitation. I'm just curious.
I don't know. Y'all are kind of weird. You
That's
know?
fair. That's actually both
I like-
accurate and
Well,
I
in
like
case-
the kindness of kinda.
In case you haven't heard this rule, which I think you have since you listened to the podcast, but in case you haven't, one of the rules of False Day is if you've ever been to a False Day, you're welcome to show up for every False Day.
And
from
thank God
then
that a
on.
lot of people will listen to this podcast.
There are more people in this room that will listen to this podcast.
Probably all the people that
True
listen to the
story.
podcast are in this room right now.
Yeah,
Talk
true
about-
story.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Scarlett.
And it is
Mouse.
less than
Yeah,
the
thank
amount
you,
of
Mickey
people
Mouse.
in
Thank
this
you,
room.
Mouse to Mouse. It's
Well-
awesome that you're here.
Except for
I'll
Scarlett.
make 'em listen to
I
the
love
story.
Scarlett. Scarlett is awesome.
She
is
And
awesome.
I cannot wait for the day when we can get her here for a False Day.
Well, let's
Agreed.
say one
Yes.
other thing since we addressed Everett. Everett's kind of like our super liaison for the Haunted Chicken House. He's out there
Yes.
fucking redesigning the chicken house. Adam and Ben are fucking out there helping him when they can. They're fucking doing a bunch of amazing shit.
Yes.
He liaisons for us with fucking good
stuff.
stuff.
And
Like-
for the chicken house with good stuff.
Yep. And so, Everett.
Yes.
Yay, Everett!
Your name was used in a sentence with their fucking.
I know.
Yeah.
Now,
It's pretty
I
hard
do
to
have
get away from.
one extra question.
I know I blow glass.
Okay, fair enough.
I've heard that you blow a lot of English.
What's your question? Go.
Well, I was just gonna say, is it disappointing that you've been roped into the rotten way for all of this stuff, or do you enjoy it? Do you?
We will accept
appreciate it?
rotten sucks as an answer.
You have to remember, I started listening and paying attention to all this stuff a long time ago.
Before you actually
Right.
met us in person.
For the
and
longest
started
time, we
talking with
thought
us.
Everett was a fucking narc, and we were like, "This guy's way too cool to
He
have
looks
this
like a
fucking
cop."
scary, straight ass fucking picture." He's infiltrating us.
Yeah. By
We're
the
not
way,
a cult. P.S. Not a cult.
by the way,
We
we're
are
all
not a
under arrest.
cult. Definitely
Turns out
not.
it was me. I was the werewolf.
Oh, rats!
Hey, Matt, I'm going to have to pass the ball so you can keep on asking questions.
All
We'll get
right,
to this segment.
all right, guys. We are now to Adam. Adam was a
Podcast!
you don't mind me talking
podcast.
about your character, do you?
No.
Okay, Adam plays Ecto. He does it online, and he does work with the Haunted Chicken House.
Yes.
Woo!
He did a lot of fucking work last year. Did a fucking great job out at the Haunted Chicken House.
Yes.
He did.
Fantastic.
One of the most energetic cats.
Yeah,
Just like
like
super
a
fun
really
energy.
happy cat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like a cat that's happy.
Get off
Echo
of me.
was actually at Hellbilly Hollow for.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. He did do a limited appearance. He did the Kids' Day and
Yes.
the night we did the haunt
Yeah.
as Ecto. So
And
if you
those
guys will
adorable
check out
fucking
Ecto,
pants.
check
He
out
was at Hell
Ecto.
That are done.
Yeah, Hell
I
Night.
didn't do
Yeah.
it.
You got some
So-
questions for it?
The question I got for you is, what do you think of what we consider False State, i.e., this bullshit ass get together?
I'm out of beer.
Fair.
That's a good answer. Good answer.
It's actually passed out.
Yeah.
We still got 2 more questions, so we'll prod him with his electrical part.
Yeah. So fuck a doodle doo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
see?
Yeah. What do you think?
What? Huh?
Yeah, he just said it.
What do I think?
Fuck-a-doodle-doo.
I don't know.
Fuck
All
a
right.
doodle
I don't know nothing.
Good
You brainwashed
answer.
me.
Do-
I don't even know who my family is.
We're not a
So
cult.
you've mentioned that you're out
We're
of
not a
beer. Do you like the food that has been provided for
There's
False
food here?
Day, including the food that y'all brought?
Yes,
no,
the
don't
cans
worry.
of cat food has been really nice
Don't
that
worry,
they feed
Urza,
me.
we're not gonna
I
feed
really
you.
wish they'd let me out of the cage, though.
Does it not feel like an interview, like you're being held captive? Are you being held against your will? Are they
Being
treating
let
you
out of the cage
adequately?
is not an option.
Blink twice for the audience at home so they know whether or not you're safe.
They're not fucking blink.
That's
They
fair.
can't see you. They can't see you.
All right,
You
anybody
can
else
stop
got another-
blinking now.
You got a
They
question?
can't
Grim, you got a
see.
question you want to throw to Adam?
Have you pooped?
Yes or no?
No.
All right, there we go.
He said
it.
no pooping. Yay!
I'm at the wrong airport.
Yay! All right, so I'm gonna pitch it back to Scott.
Oh
We're
shit! I
gonna
didn't
start
know
asking questions.
I was gonna get these.
He's
Oh,
rocking back and forth now. What is wrong with you guys?
It's a thing that happens.
It's a thing that happens in the cage. You should know this well.
I don't remember.
It's your cage.
No, you don't. Emotional damage.
Yes.
How many times can
So,
we say that in one podcast?
So Ben is next, and
Oh God, I'm next.
Ben's supposed to read the comments.
yeah. What are some
Read
of
the
the
comments.
comments
What are the
that
comments?
people said so far?
I didn't catch that. Didn't
Cucumbers taste better pickled. There you
All
go.
right, good. So that was the first question.
No,
It
we've
was
already
a
established
sacrifice.
we don't have any listeners except for what's in this room, so
Yeah.
there are no comments.
That's fair. Good job.
I wrote fuck this segment.
Question.
Except for Scarlett.
Question number 2. This is for all of the people in the podcast world. What is your favorite hand gesture?
Show us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's what we
Yay.
thought it was.
Let the audience take note that
Yeah,
is
I
a
didn't-
finger and a thumb.
Wildly, I didn't know you were in a gang. Well, what do you think about False Day so far?
False Day, it's pretty fucking awesome. That's all I gotta say.
pretty fucking awesome.
Yay!
Plus, fuck rotten.
Fucking rotten.
Fuck rotten.
What do you think of
Matt,
Rotten?
what you got?
Fucking
well,
awesome.
I would
Yay.
ask Brandy, but again, Brandy falls under the same heading as us.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you want to answer questions?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shitting.
My answer is going to be this, though, especially if y'all are the ones asking.
Oh, you
How
got a
long
favorite
did
hand
you
gesture
work
too?
on making the food for False Day?
I'd actually spent a few hours on making my jalapeno sausage balls and my jalapeno popper dip earlier today.
That is bussin'.
Oh my
But
god, it's delicious.
I did not stress myself out in the same way that I have on previous years of doing this. I turned on my False Day music playlist and enjoyed myself, and y'all came in and out and talked with me while I was doing it, and everything was fine. I enjoyed it.
That sounds awesome. How long did it take for you to do the poster?
2 months.
2 fucking months.
Only because I have no free time. And so I spent probably 20 to 30 minutes on it 4 nights out of every week for the last 2
Wait,
months.
I'm confused. Are we supposed to have free time?
No.
No.
Oh.
Not
I
while
mean,
you're in the
would I appreciate having free time or more sleep time? Yes, I would very much appreciate that. But since my induction into the world of adulthood, that seems to be a rare thing, and I would like to offer up adulthood to somebody else. And preferably, I'd like to go back to the womb. I
We
think that would
actually
be
wrapped
great.
up adulthood, and we're going to give it away today.
That'd be great. I would like to
Not it.
cancel my subscription to adulthood because it is not fun.
My last question, Brandy, I know Matt was asking
No,
questions.
it's fine.
but-
It's fine. You're good.
That's okay.
Please don't step on my questions. I had a great one lined
Oh,
up.
okay, well, go ahead then.
No.
Shut up. Rhetorical.
I'm done with interrogations by Matt. It's good.
That's fine. So here's my question. If somebody wanted to do False Day and have a False Day, their False Day
Yeah.
at their place, what's something you would suggest in order for them to create a False Day?
Have fun. I think that's the most important part of False Day. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about obligations.
Okay.
Nothing is absolutely mandatory. Nothing is necessary. The only thing we request that you do for False Day is have fun and enjoy yourself.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. Are you writing that down?
I did. I made a
Okay.
note.
We've told you that before.
I know, but
Gifts are not mandatory, only if it's something you enjoy and want to do. Providing food or drinks is not mandatory, only if it's something you enjoy. I happen to enjoy providing food and alcohol for other people, so that is what I do, mainly because that's what I want. I want food and alcohol, therefore I choose to provide it for other people as well, because I enjoy that. But
Fair.
nothing about False Day is mandatory or obligatory. There are no obligations for False Day. Only that you enjoy yourself.
And
love
that you
that.
show up.
And also,
in your present.
Also, be
Oh.
present.
And
Presence is your
if we
present.
do provide presents because we enjoy doing that, and you choose not to show up, your presents will be given away to the people that do show up, because that's False Day.
That is
Come on,
False Day.
tampons.
And it's your fault that you weren't here to receive it, therefore somebody else will.
And I throw it to you for carrying.
Weird how that works. Oh
I'll
boy.
carry at you.
So,
Oh
Carrie,
my
I guess my
God.
question for you. First of all, you having a good time?
No.
Oh, great.
Good
Hey,
answer.
you're
Yay.
sitting right next to me. You better give a different answer.
Good answer.
Yes, I'm having a wonderful time.
Lies.
Under duress, I'm having the time of my life.
How
Carrie,
bad
what-
are you in pain right now, Carrie?
I'm not legally allowed to answer that.
Make sure you read the
Yay!
script. They treat me good. I'm misfed.
Carrie, have you eaten anything memorable tonight?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
And what-
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you. Good answer. Good answer. Let's see if it's on the
What was that?
board.
Did you eat some of my toys?
Oh, yes.
Like,
Does
did you
Dollar
just go
General
around
cookies
eating
count?
blankets and-
The jalapeno dip was pretty great. And the sausage balls, too.
Life
Yes.
Gotta say.
Yes.
Those balls were nice.
Didn't you cook something?
I made cookies.
She made Carrie cookies.
Carrie
That's
cookies.
why I've been a little
Awesome.
tripping lately.
Carrie
She puts a little
cookies
bit
are
of Carrie
great.
in each one.
Yes.
They're called Who cares? No, me.
Hey, shut up, Scott.
So, do y'all have any questions for me and Scott to answer?
Oh boy.
Are your tits real?
Why do you suck at
no,
asking
they're
questions,
not.
Scott?
Why are you guys such raging out? Fuck, I can't speak.
I'd like to take that one.
Assholes.
Assholes.
Because that's the rotten way.
Amen.
Is it true you were 50 before you were born?
Did you live in an outhouse?
Well, I would like to talk to the two highest False Day veterans.
Oh no.
I'm not high at all.
I've served in the wars.
He's
The
sitting on the
ones
ground.
that have participated in the most False Days, because I am actually not included in that group. I missed the first two, I believe it was, before I was part of this group.
Scott has missed a few.
I missed
Scotton.
What?
10 decades.
Out of all the years,
Oh my god.
what is your favorite False Day ideal? Like what you expect to be a part of every False Day? I want a separate answer from each of you.
Well, I can give my answer. My answer is that every time I have a ton of people over at my house, I get mad anxiety and it drives me fucking nuts. So that's what I always expect from every False Day. That it'll be like, after I get done planning it, I'll be like, that's the worst fucking decision I ever made.
Okay, I have
And then
a-
we have the day, and it's fun as fuck, and I have an awesome time, but I always go in dreading it.
I have a part 2 question for you based on your answer. Have you felt less anxiety and stress this False Day than previous False Days?
Yes, there's a lot less people here.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
We have like 4 times less people than we normally have. I was expecting like 30 to 40 people. I'm not let down by that.
Even splitting up into 2, we still were worried about the amount of people we would have show up to one individual one, and both of these have been
low key as fuck.
Low-key,
Low-key.
less stress,
Low-key.
less
heard of that
anxiety, perfect grouping as far as I'm concerned.
Group pooping.
So,
Group.
what about
Group
you?
pooping.
What is something you expect as a feature of False Day?
You feel like an itty bitty worm on a big fucking hook.
Losing the dice game?
So like the thing about False Day is that this isn't Christmas.
Nope.
This isn't
And it's not meant to be.
an expectation holiday. And when you go into something and you have no obligation to it, no expectation of it, and everybody's just like, they're all kind of weird as fuck, and they're all kind of accepting as weird as fuck.
Because that's
And
the rotten way.
It is. And that's the thing is that, like, hey, you get to be around this group of people. You may not like being around groups of people. I do not like groups of people. I don't like people individually. But on False Day, it's fine to be around people because it's like, hey, nothing fucking matters. Just fucking have fun and
Have
fucking
fun.
do this thing.
Yep.
And it's not like, well, when you gonna go get you one of them girlfriends? When you gonna get married? Hey, when you gonna have that baby? Hey, when, aren't you buying that house next? None of that shit. It's like, hey, do we all suck together? So it's that. That's my thing about False Day.
As long as you make direct eye contact.
It's a fun day to
Suck in
suck
together.
together.
Well, okay, so
Together.
I appreciate that answer. I have an addendum. Nobody asked me this question, but
Have pooped.
I want to contribute based on my own question. I've not been around for all the False Days. I was introduced to it a little bit later than that, but I have been around for a lot of False Days. I've contributed to a lot of False Days. I have planned for a lot of False
Brandy,
Days.
are you breaking up with us?
I have been stressed and anxiety filled for a lot of False Days, including last year when we didn't have it because of COVID.
Yep.
I have been filled with stress and anxiety and still enjoyed every False Day that I've been a part of, but at the same time, it has always been a stressful occasion for me. Except I made a point for that to not be the thing this year.
Hell yeah.
I
And no
made a
shots
point
this
for
weekend
after. We didn't do the podcast last week. Shh. Anyway,
Thank God we
made
didn't
a
do this last
point
week.
Yeah.
when we did not have False Day last year, and I still had that stress and anxiety because of it, and the planning and the trying to figure out how we could make it work, and then finally canceling it because it just couldn't be done, and all of that. I still had all that stress and anxiety. And I don't want that to be associated with False Day for me. And so this year, I have not had that. I made sure to make that a thing, that
So
that would
glad.
not be the case for me anymore.
Brandy, this year, for Rotten False Day, we've had more people on board with Rotten. We've had
Yes.
more support for the thing that we're building. And there is a huge community behind this. This year is the first year I've seen you not stress about it.
Yeah.
You've had a playlist, you've been happy, you've been dancing, you've been singing, and that is the way it should be from now on.
Exactly. 100%. And I also believe even before we developed the brand, the specific brand of Rotten, I truly feel that False Day is the ideal, the epitome of that Rotten brand in the first place. It's the best example we have to show what Rotten truly is.
Shitty as hell.
Guys, thank y'all
Yes.
so much for tuning in to this section where we got to talk to y'all a little bit about
Yes.
False
I
Day.
hope the chaos was enjoyable.
Everett, man, I know you're listening, bro. Thank you for listening.
Hey,
And-
Everett, thank yourself for listening.
Thank you for listening and being here so that you can then listen to yourself.
Way to go, Everett.
Woo!
Yeah.
Everett.
Do you want to say something to
To
yourself?
yourself?
Something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like,
good.
hey, me, have a great day.
Hey, me,
What's
I'm
up,
you,
son?
asshole.
Get off the stage, Scott!
Hoorah!
Well, it
Anything
looks
else
like,
you want to throw in at the end here, Adam?
Are there
Sucks.
are there any other questions that anybody else has for the
Asshole.
The two old guys?
Rotten leader
The two
assholes
old
here?
ones.
The two old guys?
Yeah, what was
The
your
Rotten
first shoes,
False Day
Scott?
leader assholes.
That is a very good question. What is
Or
it?
if you have a question for anybody in the room, there's that too. Anything? Anything?
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Guys, we've got a couple of questions that we have to ask off air. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead into
Take a
our
quick commercial
sponsor break.
And
You
next
guys-
segment will be tomorrow.
You guys are going to love this sponsor. It's one of our favorites so far. I got to tell you, just as we're
Join us next time for another episode of Rotten Mournings.